Hi, today we're going to put together the Hit Go Power Tower. Now this is going to be a 5-step process and should take you about an hour to do. We're going to go ahead and get started with step number 1 with these sets of bolts, washers, and lock nuts. We're going to go ahead and put the foot plates down first, followed by the cross member. Now we want to make sure to put the bolt up under to make sure those are in place, and then we're going to put the bolts together for the cross member. Now once we get that in place, the next thing we're going to do is put the uprights in. We're going to set those in place with the lock nuts. Now we're only going to hand tighten everything for right now because we want to make sure everything is loose and put in place until we get all the pieces together. Now once we have the uprights together, we're going to go ahead and get the cross member tightened. Now this is going to be the only thing I recommend to tighten because we want to make sure that the bottom frame is secured. Moving on to step number 2, we're going to go ahead and get the frame together for the upright to keep those secure. So you're going to have 2 frame supports, and then you're going to have a upright support that goes on the back. Now again, we're just going to hand tighten all these pieces together, and then we're going to have those set in place. Now we're going to put the top part of the upright support in together. Now these can be hand tightened down all the way, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to step number 3. We're going to go ahead and put the pads onto the armrest, and then we're going to put the armrest onto the upright frame. Now we're also going to go ahead and put the pads together for the back support, and now we got that all set in place. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step of securing those onto the frame. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get these put in place, and then we're going to go ahead and get the back support slid into position, and then after that we're going to get the pin to lock it in place out of the bag that's in there with the blossom nuts. Now once we put that in, the next thing we're going to do is get the height adjustment poles put into place. And then we got 2 more blossom nuts that's going to go onto the back, and that will be able to keep those screwed in to keep the height secured in position for you. Now once we get those put in place, the next thing that we're going to do is the last step, which is install the pull-up bar, and we're just going to go ahead and get that in place. And then once we get that in place, the last thing that we're going to do is now finally have everything tightened to make sure everything is secured. All right, and so now that we got all the bolts and nuts secured, we are done with this install. And there you go, the Hit Go Power Tower. Order yours now on Amazon.